all, it's Maddie and today's video is going to be my 2-week update on my MacBook Pro. Now I've wanted to do this video for ages and I wasn't sure, just had to check Elliot wasn't waking up because he's currently taking a nap, fingers crossed, so please pray with me guys, because every single time he falls asleep it's always on me, like I can't put him down. So I am so happy that he's asleep on the sofa right now. Anyway, off topic, so back to the video. I have had my MacBook for about 2 weeks, maybe a little over now. So I did do an unboxing video as well, if you want to check that out on my channel. But today I just wanted to give you my opinion. I wanted to cover a few areas, why I got the MacBook Pro, what I'm using it for, the pros and the cons, and my overall opinion on it really. If you saw my unboxing video, really annoying. It was filmed in May 2020, hence the title. I annoyingly ordered it just at the end of April, so I didn't realise there was a new one coming out. Now personally, I don't mind too much because I don't see there being much of a difference, because I did upgrade all my storage and everything to the highest capability, so I didn't really lose out there. And personally, I know this is controversial, but I like the butterfly keyboard, so if any other weirdos like the butterfly keyboard, let me know in the comments below. Personally, I don't like thick keys, and my previous laptop was a MacBook Air 2015 and I didn't have any issues with the butterfly keyboard, so I don't really feel like I'm losing out. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get into the video. So before I go into the pros, the reason why I got this MacBook Pro 13.3 inch MacBook is editing. Now, I have started a course, although I actually deferred it through the Open University, but personally I feel like I could use any laptop for that, whereas MacBook Pros are the best on the market for editing. And I did get Final Cut Pro as well added onto the laptop, so I didn't have to install it separately. So that is why I got the laptop, and the main reason I use it is for Final Cut Pro. So that is the editing software I use, for everyone asking. So that is the primary source for me for this laptop. So firstly, I want to talk about pros. I don't want to go straight in with the negatives. I want to start this off positively, seeing as the current situation, everyone's a bit down in the dumps. I do want to shine some light on what an amazing laptop personally I think it is. Now, I know I haven't had it for very long, but I cannot fault the battery life. Like, I can edit videos for so long, and the battery, like, it doesn't need to be charged, which I find really helpful, because I find if I have my laptop plugged in, it gets hot like really quickly, like more so than normal. Obviously editing does take a lot up of your laptop, and obviously a lot of storage, it takes a lot of battery, and it gets your laptop really hot. So obviously not having to plug it in kind of saves on how fast your laptop overheats. So that is a definite pro. Now the second pro, you can screen record. Now I don't know if I could do this on my old MacBook Air, or you can do this on other versions, because personally I've never needed to, but I realised this when I was trying to film a video the other day, and I think that's such a good tool, especially when you want to like put another video in the top right hand corner of your actual video you're filming to like show what you're doing. And the quality is really good, like it shows exactly what your screen is like. It doesn't downgrade the quality at all. Now thirdly, although it is the 2019 version, it does actually have 4 Thunderbolt ports, which are like what you use to like plug in, not the USBs, but like for charging, which I think is so good. I might be wrong, but I believe the 2020 version only has 2, which personally I would really struggle with, so I am really glad I did get this laptop, and I didn't pay more for 4, it just automatically came with the laptop, so I think that is so good. Now going back to why I bought the laptop, which is for editing and for using it for Final Cut Pro. The 2019 model is so quick. It doesn't freeze when I'm using Final Cut Pro, even when I'm on it for hours, and even like rendering and uploading it to YouTube. It couldn't take more than an hour to upload and process onto YouTube to the point where I can edit and publish it, which personally I think it's really good. I was using Tyler's MacBook Pro before this, which is a slightly older version, and it would take so long. Literally, it would take all night just to upload, and it was so boring. So that is an ultimate pro for me, seeing as I bought it for editing. The fact that it's so quick, it doesn't freeze, and it uploads to YouTube and processes the video within an hour is so good. Highly recommend. Now the last pro, this may seem a bit obvious, but for me, I think it is such a perfect size. I absolutely love the 3.3 inch, and for such a small laptop, they definitely make the most of all the screen. Like, the screen is so big compared to the actual like keyboard where they don't use the whole space. And personally, I find it's really lightweight. It's really good because it fits completely on my lap. Obviously, if you're a man or if you're a bit wider, then it might not. But for me, it's literally, it sounds really weird, but it's like the same size as my thighs. So I find it such a good like portable laptop. Like, I guess laptop is meant for your lap. I don't know, just figured that out. Let me know if you just figured that out. But basically, I can fit it perfectly on my lap, which is good to take anywhere. I can use it in the bedroom when I'm like just chilled in bed going to sleep. I can sit on the sofa, I don't have to rest it on the arm, or I can just have it on me. And personally, I just find that so beneficial. Now, unfortunately, we do have to come to the cons. And although I don't believe there are that many, there are a few. And obviously, these are my personal opinions. Everyone might have their own different pros and cons, so please take that into consideration. But I think it is harder to learn than a Windows. So I was used to a MacBook Air, and I did find it more, not complicated, but it is a little more advanced. Obviously, it is a better laptop, it has better specs, and there are more things to it. But if you're used to a Windows laptop, you might struggle with the transition just because it is a bit more complicated. So that is a con, I guess, if you're used to, say, Windows 10 compared to a MacBook Pro. It might just take you a little bit longer. But hey, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. Just take an extra day or two. Now, this is a problem I think all the MacBooks have had. The webcam. The webcam is horrendous. Apple, what are you playing at? I'm sorry, but I would love to film on my laptop. I don't have a camera yet, so filming on my phone all the time, I do find a bit of a problem. I really want to do a what's on my iPhone, so if you want to see that and I can rope Tyler into letting me film on his phone, let me know in the comments below. But I would love to be able to film on my laptop, but the camera is just horrendous.
Apple, please sort it out.
Please make your laptop camera the same as your iPhone cameras. Let's have a 4K webcam. It's 2020. I mean, come on. Now, last but not least, I did buy it for editing, and obviously editing does take up a lot of time, and I do find that unfortunately the laptop can get very hot. I've only had it a few times when the fans have come on. Obviously that is just them doing their jobs, but I hate personally having it on my lap and it being boiling. Like, I do use a cushion most of the time just to prevent like burning my legs, but that is a downside for me because it's really annoying, obviously it getting really hot and thinking, oh no, I'm gonna have to put it down, whereas I'd love to be able to edit all night in one stint. But sometimes I have to kind of take breaks and be like, right Maddie, your laptop's too hot, let's put it to the side and watch TV for a second, which I wish I didn't have to do, but hey ho, it is what it is. However, overall, there are more pros than cons, and I would highly recommend the MacBook Pro, whether that is the 2019 version or the new 2020 version with the Magic Keyboard. Definitely, if it's for editing, like if you primarily want it for editing, you need a MacBook Pro. If it's more for studying, I would consider the MacBook Air. But regardless, I love Apple products and I would definitely recommend MacBooks to anyone out there watching my channel. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up, press that like button. And if you're not subscribed, which 80% of you are, 80%, that is insane. Please subscribe, it'll do me a favour. Love you guys, bye.